This is IGN. Doug Cockle returns to the role of Geralt of Rivia, but even he can't steer this rudderless Netflix animated movie. This is your IGN review of The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep by Jared Jones. The biggest draw for The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep is its lead performance. Game Geralt Doug Cockle moves from one rendition of Andrzej Sapkowski's ongoing fantasy saga to another to give a gravelly, sardonic turn as the famed Butcher of Blaviken in this Netflix movie. Unfortunately, the biggest draw here is also the only draw. A follow-up of 2021's Nightmare of the Wolf, Sirens of the Deep is unimaginative and dramatically sterile. Its bland, pastel anime approach turns Geralt of Rivia into a spinning action figure well enough, at the expense of the artistic curiosity that makes Sapkowski's Witcher world such a fascinating one to get lost in. Cockle's distinct vocal delivery is a stabilizing presence in Sirens of the Deep, lending it a brooding quality that comfortably harkens back to the heights of CD Projekt Red's Witcher RPGs. His performance has a sly richness that's regrettably absent in other adaptations. As the film around him veers into predictable fantasy cliches and compulsory hack-and-slash havoc, the once and future Geralt holds steady, waiting for a smarter story that never materializes. And goodness, some of the cast really fail the new characters. The plot is boilerplate, even by Witcher standards. Oozfelt bids Geralt rout a school of Vodnik, fishermen who serve east, plaguing pearl divers off the coast of Bremervoord, but naturally there's more at play than a simple dispute over aquatic territory. As the movie goes on, the courtly intrigues on land and sea paint a dull picture of racist motives from a power-hungry few who'd like nothing better than to have their kingdoms go to war simply for spite and perhaps a little profit. And war is inevitable unless Geralt, Jaskier, and Essie get to the bottom of this conspiracy, a story that unfolds like a crappy rehash of The Little Mermaid, a parallel underlined during one crummy musical sequence, and often looks like a more uninspired version of the DC animated movie universe's spotty Throne of Atlantis. The action is rudimentary, and Sapkowski's murky morality loses some of its nuances in lines like, humans have a knack for seeking short-term profits and retelling the story so it wasn't their fault. As an enchanting under-the-sea adventure that also wants to be social commentary, it's out of its depth. There is no reinvigoration of a franchise that's struggling to find its footing in the wake of Henry Cavill's departure from its flagship series. If Sirens of the Deep is the best Netflix has to offer under such circumstances, it might be time for the streamer to reconsider its investment in the Witcher universe. Perhaps it's time to finally let Geralt sail to friendlier shores. Doug Cockle's return as Geralt of Rivia is a casting coup worth celebrating. Too bad the movie he stars in is so boilerplate. The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep marks another dud for Netflix's beleaguered dark fantasy franchise, spoiled by uneven performances from its new characters and dull aquatic action sequences that feel familiar because we've seen them play out more thrillingly elsewhere. While the pairing of Cockle's Geralt and Joey Beatty's Jaskier has its charms, only diehards will appreciate the appeal of this Witcher crossover. Everyone else will be well advised to set sail elsewhere. The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep's IGN score? 4 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest updates on The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.